Reflection Summary presented by Godero D. Johnson. Question number 1. How has the course experience enabled me to apply or transfer my learning to a new setting or circumstance? Prior to this course, I had little to no knowledge of what reflection was, and it was a practice that was non existent in my classroom and school. As the modules progressed and we've delved deeper into the research, I am much more aware of how important it is to reflect on our practice. Throughout this course, during the second module, I introduced my grade 11 and 12 students to reflection. I created a reflection template sheet and allowed them to reflect on the lesson during the last 5 minutes of the class. As the weeks went on and we were introduced to the various technology that can be used for reflection, I took it up a notch with my classes and moved them to e-portfolios and blogs, and this is where they are currently reflecting. Question number 2. In what ways has this course experience increased my curiosity or awareness about new content or issues? This course has awakened a new era in the field of education for me, and that is in this area of reflection. I am the senior assistant at one of the high schools on Long Island, Bahamas, and my plan is to introduce and enforce reflection in my school. I will train my colleagues on how to use the Web 2.0 tools for reflection and will adjust the timetables to reflect 5 minutes of reflection time at the end of every class. During this time, teachers and students will be given the opportunity to reflect. Question number 3. How do I see myself now compared to who I was at the beginning of this course? I now see myself as a reflective teacher. This course has forced me to develop and grow in the area of reflection and has piqued my interest. Before this course began, I had no clue as to how important reflection was and have never seen it in motion at any of the schools that I've attended or worked at. I am now walking away much more knowledgeable about reflection, open minded, and more than willing to be amongst the first educators in the Bahamas to implement this approach to teaching and learning in my classroom and school. Question number 4. What did you learn about myself from others as a result of participating in this course experience? After all of the discussions and interaction with my peers, I have learned to keep an open mind and to always be willing to learn. I have also learned about all the other models of reflection in spite of delving deeper into the model of my choice. The many Web 2.0 tools that are used to reflect that was presented by my peers were also added to my learning experience. Overall, I have learned that reflection is the heartbeat of teaching and learning, and without its presence in the classroom, we will hardly see any real changes taking place. Question number 5. How has this course experience built upon what I have already learned from my educational experiences in the classroom? Well, there is a slot on my lesson plan that is used for the evaluation of the lesson. We are encouraged to write a brief evaluation on the lesson plan about the lesson. These evaluations were written just for formality and they were never acted upon. This course has taught me about reflection, which is quite similar to evaluation. However, this course has taken it up a notch by introducing the many models of reflection using Web 2.0 tools and social media. Prior to this course, no reflection was being done in my classroom. As a result of this course, not only am I reflecting on a consistent basis, my students have been introduced and are very excited to participate in reflection. Question number 6. What aspect of the course experience contributed most to my learning and why? The introduction of the Web 2.0 tools for reflection and using social media contributed most to my learning. Some of the tools were unfamiliar to me, and so as a result, I am now able to use these different tools and allow my students to do the same. I never thought about using social media to reflect until Module 5. When we think about social media, the average person thinks about it as a tool for updating a status or sharing something random. Social media can be the perfect tool to use for reflection because we can have many followers and can use this space to share educational topics and the like. without having any expert skills in technology use, and it is free of charge. Question number 7. What new insights did I develop regarding my career plans as a result of this course experience? Being the most technical person on campus, I intend to use my influence towards getting my colleagues and students to reflect on their lesson experience. I am walking away from this course with the skills necessary to become a reflective teacher, facilitator, coach, and I will transfer all of this knowledge and information to those I serve. With the use of Web 2.0 tools and social media platforms, reflection doesn't have to be another daunting task, and once we become consistent at it, it becomes second nature to us and eventually an enjoyable experience. In the not so distant future, my goal is to become a university lecturer, and all of the skills obtained from this course will be used to design my own courses. And finally, how would I describe this engaged learning experience to a potential employer in a way that synthesizes knowledge and skills gained? I would inform potential employers about the importance of reflection, introduce them to the models of reflection, explore Web 2.0 tools that can be used to reflect, and inform them that social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are also tools that can be used for the purpose of reflection. I will make mention that I had the opportunity to reflect on each module during the course and was left to use whichever Web 2.0 tool I so desire, which made way for an exploration and learning of a lot of different tools and provided me with the opportunity to not only use my discretion, but to be creative. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Goodbye.